Right, it's tea time. I've been home now, it's 6:30 now. I've been to Peter's, I've been back here, I've got all my washing in, I've folded all my washing up and put it away. Some of it wasn't dry, so I've put it back into the tumble dryer. So that's what you can hear behind me. I've made my bed upstairs, that's all made. I reapplied my makeup and got myself all dressed. I've kept my jeans on because when I went to see Pete, obviously I had to get changed and I had to put jeans on. So I've kept the jeans on, just put all the top gear back on, guys. So we're all back to normal. So, sausages. Right, and chips. Got my chips as well, they're going into the air fryer. Right, chips are on, they're in the air fryer. Sausages are on. I've got some sweet corn which I'm going to put into the microwave in a minute. I haven't done that yet. So let's spin this back now so I can talk to you. I've got my tongs. My tongs for my sausages. It's been really good. I had a really good day today. Peter was in good form. I got him a plant. I told you earlier that I got him a plant on the previous video and that went down really well. So yeah, things are looking good today. Boys have settled down here beside me. It's going to be dark in about another 25 minutes because it gets dark about 7 o'clock now. I haven't messaged my dad or phoned my dad at all, so I'm going to have to do that and just see. I might have to do this next weekend. I just haven't got round to my parents. I've just been too rushed about today. The grass should have grown by next week. They were expecting my call. My mum phones me at 7 o'clock anyway, so maybe I ought to just wait for my mum's call, I think. And just apologise. I could always pop round this evening to see them. I want to see them anyway because I want to tell them about the baby, the girls. Now I was watching Alexis earlier today and she was referring to the girls. And I thought, that's a lovely expression. So yeah. So I might start calling mine the girls. I haven't got them yet though. Right. Let's have a look. Oh, smoky dokey. So, what else can I tell you guys? That's it. I can't think of anything else to tell you. I've done well today. I've done everything I intended to do apart from my dad's grass. Yeah, I had to order Peter some sweets. Peter said to me he needs some sweets. And I said, okay. He said he wants some barley sugars. I said, oh, okay. So I said, well, where'd you get those from? He said, oh, we get those from the supermarket. I said, well, we'll just tap it up on the internet and see what we can find. I ordered them there and there, right in front of him. And I've ordered them and sent them to Peter, so he's going to get them directly. So they'll be coming next week for him. I see Peter on Sundays anyway. He's in good form. He's 85 now. He actually asked me how old. He said, how old am I? I said, Peter, what year were you born? He said, 1939. I said, Peter, I said, that makes you 85. And he said, are you sure? So I did the maths for him. I took the years away from each other. I said, there you go, Peter, you're 85. Okay, he said. So yeah, he forgot how old he was. He said to me, he said, I've outlived my dad. And I said, how old was your dad when he passed? He said, my dad was 83. And I said, well, you've done really well, Peter. His mum, I think his mum died when she was 67 or 68. So yeah, she was a youngster when she went. But his dad was a lovely fella, and he died. I can remember him passing. I did know his dad reasonably well. I knew his dad because his dad used to be a traffic warden, and so he was always prowling the streets fairly close to where I lived, and I think he was quite good at his job. So he didn't have many fans, I don't think, but I only knew him later on when he was retired, and I got to know him through Peter. He came to see me to do sorting out Peter's car, and that's when I made the connection. I didn't realise that, you know, he was that traffic warden and Peter was his son. Yeah, it all came to light, so that was lovely. leave it long, we're getting closer. So yeah, so I knew Peter's dad quite well. He passed, I can't remember how many years ago he passed. I suppose I could do the maths, couldn't I? Honestly, I could do the maths. But yes, he was a really, really nice fella. I only knew Peter's dad and Peter. I didn't know Peter's brother. I never met Peter's brother. And Peter's brother's long gone. He passed away as well. So Peter is the sole remainder of his direct family. So yeah, he's a lovely fella. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere though. So we had a lovely chat. I did ask him if he got a birthday cake, and he said yes, they brought him a birthday cake up. He said they set the smoke alarm off because they lit candles on top, and it said set the smoke alarm off in his room. So they had to phone up the fire brigade and make sure they didn't come out. Right, that'll do. Where's my tongs? Whew. Right, here's number one. Whoops. 4, 5, 6. Right. One done. Let's put them back in, guys. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Nearly knocked the selfie stick over, didn't I? There you go. Right, they're back in. So I haven't seen anybody else other than that. The care home where Peter is residing, to get in there you can walk in the back gate. It's like a garden gate. You can just push a button and it opens the gate. And once you get in, the gate shuts behind you. And to get out, you have to punch in a 4-digit code, which I've got for the gate. I know how to get in and out of that one. Then there's a back door to the actual building itself. And to get in and out of that one, again, you have to punch in a number. So I had that number as well, so I punched that in so I could get in. And then there's a book, you write your name into the book. So I did that and went up to see Peter. And when I came down, I haven't got an exit code to get out. So I asked one of the ladies there if she'd got an exit code so I could get out. And she said, oh, they've just changed all the code. She said, let me see if I've written it down. So she gets her scrap of paper out, she's going through it. She said, I haven't got it. I said, well, how about the front door? Have you got one for the front door? So she said, yes, I got that one. So she gave me the code for the front door. So I had to go all the way through the building and out the front door and then walk around to get my car at the back. So yeah, it's very security conscious. They don't want the residents letting themselves out, which I can understand. But it's a bit of a pain because you can't get in and out of the place very easily. I have stood out on the front doorstep once for over half an hour trying to get in. I kept ringing the doorbell and nobody would come. And I eventually phoned up Peter, and Peter pushed his buzzer to try and get him to come to his room to tell them that I was downstairs waiting for him, and they didn't come to Peter's room either. So I said to Peter, I'm going to have to give up. I said, because I'd been standing there by the time this had all gone on, it was 3/4 of an hour. I usually only go to see Peter for an hour. And I said, Peter, it's not worth it me coming in now. I said, I'm going to have to go home. I said, we'll do this next week. But we put an official complaint in, and they were on the ball the following week. Whew, she's just smoking. I know, guys. How we doing? I've got to have a look and see. I've got... Come on. 13 minutes. I've got 13 minutes to go. I shall put my sweet corn in, and I've got about 5 minutes to go, so it heats it up. My boys are both sat down here watching me, seeing what I'm doing, hoping I'm going to drop a sausage. They might get a sausage, but not today because they'd be too hot. I'll probably give them a sausage tomorrow. I'll save some sausages for them, put them in the bowl, and they can have those tomorrow. Sooty, don't scratch. Thank you. So that's it. That's all I've got to tell you guys. I'm trying to think of other things. Can you see how dark it's getting already? Can you see out into the back there? Look at that, it's getting really dark. I'm pleased I got my washing in when I came back. So, yeah, I might give the boys a shower tonight. I was going to do that this afternoon, but I just ran out of time. So I might have my dinner and then take the boys up and give them a shower. Then they can, once they've had that, they can settle down for the night. So they've got all clean bedding. I cleaned their bedding yesterday, so it's all lovely and clean. Sooty's got a clean coat on today. So yeah, they're sweet smelling dogs, or they will be after they've had their showers. And they did go in the stream today. I had a stream that they both paddled into. That was on the railway walk this morning. I go to a little stream and Sooty went straight in, not swimming, but just sort of waded in up to his chest and had a paddle around in the stream. And Snoop stood on the edge. He didn't let go in. He drank some of the water out of the stream, but he didn't go in like Sooty did. So that was lovely. Right. Done my sandwiches already for tomorrow. They're behind me in my tuck box over here. Put my chips away, can't I? I've got my crinkly chips tonight. They're in the air fryer at the moment. Put those over there. Lovely. This is what I call a waiting game. I will have a cup of tea, but I have a cup of tea after I've had my dinner. There's no point making it now because it will be cold. By the time I have my dinner, it will be cold. So, I know. It's a waiting game, as they say. Oh. It's been a good day, though. Right, I'm going to sign out, guys, because it's like watching paint dry, isn't it? And I shall speak to you when I've made my dinner. Okay, then. Bye, bye.